So, you know, obviously we've been working together for a long time. I mean,
15 years.
I would say, yeah, I was going to say it's every bit of between 12 to 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And obviously one of the big things that you first came in to see us with was you were working on running, and not just running, but running.
Running.
So why don't you share a little bit about that real quick? So what the nature of the running that you were doing?
Well, I've done 41 marathons. I've probably done about 60 halves. I can't count.
Yeah.
10Ks or 5Ks. I mean,
Yeah. That's just that's just a weekend's work for you.
Yeah, but with you know, with your help, I have gotten to the starting line and the finish line like many more times than I would have if I hadn't. You know, you've saved me.
Well, and I think some of the biggest things is one, you were wanting to cut down your time.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember if it was you were really wanting to qualify, whether it was for Boston initially or if it was for New York.
It was for Boston.
It was for Boston.
For Boston initially.
Yeah.
And
but you were already running marathons at that point.
I had run like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But then, you know, there was one year where I ran 10.
10 in a year.
10 in a year, and
that's just crazy.
We were doing every other week at that point, and such, and you know, because of that, my time, I cut about 20-25 minutes off of my times.
Yeah, and I remember that was a big goal, is to keep dropping down, getting closer.
I wanted to break 3 hours.
Yeah,
you know, and that's still the goal.
It's still the goal, but you know, and we can keep.
We're getting older.
And I know that we really had a good system. You know, when you were doing that. I think there were a couple of years where you did that 10 or maybe even 8 and stuff like that, which is still an ungodly number, you know, to think about the amount of training that you would put in for that. And, you know, we kind of had a good system. Like you said, we were checking you regularly. And I remember you would always come in and see me like the Thursday or Friday before you would fly out.
Before and after.
And then you would come in immediately after, like the following Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, so we'd make sure you were well tuned, just like a race car. It's like, you know, and that's really kind of what I use that analogous to, is it's like, you know, really your vehicle, you were the race car. Yeah. So it's like you were making sure you were good alignment. We wanted to make that, we want your body working as efficiently and as effectively as possible. But then also, come Monday morning, after you abuse yourself of making sure, hey, we're doing the tune-up, you know, we're going to rebuild.
Got to get things back in line.
Exactly. 100%. So you kind of keep training and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's been a number of years, and you've taken a hiatus, and now you're looking to obviously get back into it.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about what's going on now, and you know, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Well, I started to have some right hip problems, and my right leg had a little atrophy in it because I had stopped running because the pain was just too much, but started coming back and working on the strengthening of it, and you know, planning to do another marathon in the fall.
And we've kind of addressed a couple things. You know, I know dietarily, you know, you've made some big changes and modifications with that. You found some things that were aggravating, also changing some other things to kind of help reduce your inflammation, which, you know, I look at you and you go, gee, does this dude have any inflammation at all? I mean, you cycle so much lactic acid, I can't imagine that you would have any, but, you know, again, just the
it's there.
It's there, I get it. But the other thing that I know that recently has been a big change is using this tech for you again.
Yeah, crazy. After that first session, you doing the horse kick, you know, I couldn't do that before. And literally 10 minutes afterwards, I got off the table and was able to kick it back.
Yeah.
You know, I've had times where, you know, I was just telling you that my hip would lock and wouldn't be able to move it without using my hand to pick it up.
Facilitating the movement.
But the mobility now and the strengthening is getting...
It's coming back online.
Yeah, and it's only been, what, a month that
that we've kind of been back and doing this, and that's been, I think, a cool thing. So
yeah, it's crazy.
And so now, what's our short and long-term goal that we're working on?
Well, I'm going to be building up to a marathon in the fall, and Marine Corps, my hometown marathon.
That's so
in
cool.
DC. Yeah, right on. Nothing like running around the monuments.
Yeah.
And the Pentagon and such, but yeah, do some smaller races before then, and just try to keep to the program.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
and we're happy to support you and keep it going and
Yeah,
keep
right
you
on.
moving and seeing the improvements and that you're getting back into it. So
Yeah, it's
you
been
know,
fantastic.
it's been a great journey. So
Right on.
I've been grateful that we've been able to help you and facilitate, doing all the things that you need to do. So
Yeah,
yeah, other than that,
bring it on.
yeah.